All of y'all dying fighting this fight because a lot of killers not become disciples. And Jesus working in the flesh. Quitting while they come and let them with a text. Put it in they open that Bible, they fall on their face. So they cannot unseal it, they out of their feelings. I went to heaven for information, so I'm laughing at rappers who bragging on Satan. My Sabbath don't end, it's a revocation. The kingdom of heaven, they show invitation. How many teachers gonna teach? You think you preaching, that's not how you preach. They just be yelling and gnashing their teeth. It kinda sound like they in trouble to me. Eat off the floor, but it's not bittersweet. The scriptures take prophecy me. So at your feast days, what do you eat? A dead body or the life of the king? Y'all just Judah and see. You know what I mean? John chapter 663. Ain't took a losses, I started with it. I'm fearless, I done went gently with it. Big dog, but I move like a flea flicking. That's the enemy ball for some family members. We come in various ways with a victory, I can taste it. They got their private interpretations. It's time to see y'all the Judah is greater. We got a little Messiah. Let's silence the liars on y'all do fires. Well, let's do the empire. Rip on the game and we didn't need tires. It's gonna be electric. We down to the wire. If she got a spirit, she better than Maya. They don't get that joy like that wasn't inside it. Inside by her lips is about water inside her. Wall in my way, I react like a spider. I don't transform on my Optimus Prime, but it's breaking from heaven. Don't sleep in the diner. The diner you spit is what really refine it. You a lost sheep, let the liver cry fire. Basically, you need to stop and hide it. You know who the Lord do, I need to remind you. He not a son, he gon' have to deny it. So many false prophets, they just tryna blind you. They ready for every victim. We got the word of God that to heal them. If they try to kill us, we might have to kill them. It's a spiritual war with a sword we lifting. Y'all just as pimping. It was apart when I started ripping. But since they broke down, now it's time to lift them. It's just a bonus that come with living. You ever seen Kim Possible fail a mission? I'm just saying it's impossible to fail this mission. It's like God while the hell kitchen. Nigga look at the heat like it's getting chilly. Now they keep 1K for the whole million. I walk the streets like Lil Wayne the Millie. This next line got God in it. Y'all the Judah is the one by the Father's Spirit. You done gotta be numb if you don't feel it. We'll clear in the ceiling, we'll raise the dead while they still live. How you follow the voice if you don't hear that? You come in various flavors, the salt of the earth. Victory, I can taste you. They got their private interpretations. It's time to see y'all just do the is greater. We got a living Messiah, let's silence the liars. So y'all just quiet, so let's do the empire. Grip on the game, if we didn't use fires, it's gonna be electric. We down to the wire.
If the sheep is supposed to hear the voice of the sheep is waiting for the voice, then why they tell us to study?
If you got questions, come up. We're not here to keep reading the comments.
Y'all just do this Christ.
Following the Bible don't get you out of captivity. It's proven.
Proof of power. We read scriptures prove that God gave power to man to get us out of Egypt. So God will give power to man to get us out of America. That's the bread from there that you gotta eat.
Change, made that only dead and righteousness gon' reign. It'll purify your soul, put me through the fire. I was refined like some gold. The world don't ride with God, so let the world go. I follow one man, can't stop acting like I'm slow. They lead us have bread where they switched out for some show. Gaining godliness and hold up, you already know. They just acting like they love God and putting on the show. Don't you ever sin on purpose, cause that just ain't how we roll. Repent for all that lying that you ever did before. You turn away from your wickedness and you gon' live for sure. A wise king instruct these people, I got answers like the ghost. Already made that change. The old me dead and on. Righteousness gon' reign. It'll purify your soul. Put me through the fire. I was refined like some gold. The world don't like your God, so let the world know. It's a parable for you, and come back tell me if it's true. His clothes all white, even when he's wearing blue. Shining like the greater light has just entered the room. YahJudah.com if you tryna go to the moon. Do you understand my lingo? That was just some Hebrew. It's obvious that we got Christ. I'm telling you that we too. Yeah, you play me in the sky, I'm looking at you like a fool. The son of man will come from nowhere, but a man in the wind. Already made that change, made that old me dead and on me dead and righteousness gon' reign. It'll purify your soul, put me through the fire. I'll refine like some gold. The world don't like your God, so let the world know.
Now I think we all know the truth first, right? We all know the truth. But guess what? We're not gonna be able to enter, and that's why the truth is gonna make everybody take a hit. Because we're not gonna be able to get to the other side. We're not gonna be able to enter the new heaven, the new earth, until what? We confess we don't know. That's
Let's talk Matrix talk, y'all. Let's talk Matrix talk. Peace. We're gonna play about 2 more songs and then we'll get into y'all.
I had to write a song to myself just to make sure you keep holding on. Tone, it ain't gonna be long. That's the way that the Messiah, little nigga. Don't quit when shit start going wrong, nigga. Listen to your song. You done been through shit before, me this time different. You gotta eat pain, nigga. That's just how surviving is. You put yourself in your own position. Don't know why you complain. You done had the chance to live it. Work with what you got till you ain't got nothing left. Shit, and nothing you can do it. Ain't scared to hold my breath. The Messiah on the TV, holy Bible on the shelf. The God of heaven, the one you rough, only making me righteous steps. Bless me. I didn't wanna see you with a crown. Everybody ain't your enemy, we just got different styles. In your city, they talk Bible every time you come around. Bless me. I didn't wanna see you with a crown. Everybody ain't your enemy.
On Facebook. You got Facebook.
Every time you come around, they love the sound. Got them scriptures, they put it down. The love done took you.
Oh, you can catch the YouTube live at night and you can come in.
Without a doubt, you appreciate what we're doing. And you know it's easy when you fall. Got a sister on your side, she be there before you call. I think you call her wisdom, might as well just call her God. Cause when you walking by her side, it's like you walking around with God. Bless me. I didn't wanna see you with a crown.
You got Facebook. Catch me on YouTube at night.
They talk Bible every time you come around. Bless me. I didn't wanna see you with a crown. Everybody ain't your enemy, we got different style. You see they talk Bible every time you come around.
So we got 1 more song, y'all, and then we'll get the conversation going. Yeah. Give me the mic. 1 more song, y'all, and then we'll get it going, y'all.
All that talk is money. That's a boring conversation. I already know how to make it. I need more to stimulate me.
Depends on your understanding, brother.
Out of his hand, you can take it. You can uphold me. You got the wrong king. It's gonna be a whole sweet. And they say y'all you ain't walking the earth, they locked that low. My sword is sharp as Yoda's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I just come and ask you, I reckon who can show me. Out of Chamberlain of fire, ain't no way you gon' smoke me. You worship and kiss, you scared to confess. I done put out your neck, you still ain't got rest. You saw what you watch, you still stiff neck. Now you never said all you talk is money. That's a boring conversation. I already know how to make it. I need wisdom to stimulate it. If God giving you a chance, a righteous person they gon' take it. Out of his hand you can take it. I'ma let none of these servants break it. You ain't the old me. You must not know me. You got the wrong king. It's gonna be a whole sweet. And they say y'all you ain't walking the earth, they locked out low.
Well, Ethiopian, I would be an Israelite.
Let's come and ask you, I reckon who can show me.
I would be an Israelite.
Ain't no way you gon' smoke. You worship and kiss, you scared to confess. I done put out your left, and you still ain't got rest. You saw that you watch, you still neck. Now you never said real, I know you no respect. The Israelites already lost to the Christ. I can pull up the bed, I put that on my life. And y'all calling the captain, you know that ain't right. Even I got the power to beat all they life. You ain't keeping no feast days, you ain't eating words of Christ. You done heard the truth, and then you wanna sign. Then who taught you as to give it with your life? We ain't scared of stripes. All your talk is money. That's a boring conversation. I already know how to make it. I need understanding and stimulate. God giving you a chance. A righteous person they can take this. Out of his hand you can take it. I will let none of you serve break me. You can uphold me. You must not know
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the scripture.
It's gonna be a whole spiel. And they say y'all you ain't walking the earth, they locked down low. My sword is sharp and shoulders, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's come and ask you, I rapper who can show me. Out of Chamberlain of fire, ain't no way they gon' smoke me. You worship the cancer, you scared to confess. I done put out the left, you still ain't got rid of it. Saw that you watch, you still stiff nigga, making devils down with my respect. I just stand on the Antichrist. The only thing they had was a bunch of life. And the niggas stabbed Godson in the back. And all they did was show the prophecy of life. It ain't even funny how you niggas is jokes. If y'all drew line when you stole the flow, only the voice while you serving books. That you cannot steal when you niggas crooks. You ain't got no key, you ain't no OG, you got the wrong king. This was a whole sweet. And they say y'all ain't walking the earth, you locked down low. My sword is sharp and shoulders, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's come and ask you, I rapper who can show me. Out of Chamberlain of fire, ain't no way you gon' smoke me. You worship the cancer, you scared to confess out of.
So I kind of talked about this morning, y'all, about the Matrix. I got a little more time to kill, so we gonna talk about it again, y'all. Let me get this scripture from my sister. Psalm 68. So we gonna talk about this Matrix, y'all. 68 and 31. It says, envoys will come out of Egypt. Ethiopia will quickly stretch her hands to God. And you want to get the understanding, like Ethiopia mean burnt face. You know, Egypt mean idol worship. So they're just showing you where people turn away from their iniquities and really, you know, see God. You know, so that's basically what Ethiopia actually means, burnt face. So this verse is just speaking of, again, you know that they're gonna finally understand God really. It's kind of, if you go up before that, it says, your God has summoned your strength, O God. What have you done for us because of your temple at Jerusalem? Kings will bring presents to you. Rebuke the beasts of the reeds and the herds of the bulls and the calves of the people, till everyone submits itself with pieces of silver. Scatter the people who delight in war. So again, this is showing you how people was gonna be in submission when they finally see who the Lord is. So even the Ethiopians that's burnt face, actually what it means, burnt face, in darkness. It says all men will be like Ethiopia. I don't see where it say all men will be like Ethiopia. You know, like all those who know gonna submit to the voice. Then, you know, 33 it says, to him who rides on the heaven of heavens, which were of old, indeed he sends out his voice, a mighty voice. Ascribe strength to God. His excellence is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. You know, so I say that's what it's really saying. I don't know if I answered your question.
The Bible is not the matrix. It's man that's using the Bible is creating the matrix. They feel like the Bible is part of the matrix, basically.
Well, it kind of, because it's being used to create the matrix. Like, the matrix is false reality. Jerusalem false, Egypt false. What else I can say? Jesus false. Like, you can say that, but if you say those things without understanding, You can mislead yourself and mislead people. And I think that's what a lot of people have done. A lot of things have been spoken without fully understanding it. You know, I can meet you in the middle and say, yeah, the Bible is being used to create a false world. It has been used to create a false world.
It's being used though. It's not.
You know.
it doing it.
So yeah, the gun don't kill people. It's the person with the gun. You know, so it's almost the same concept. You know, you have to what people is doing with the Bible, misinterpreting it, using it for their false gain. So it's more than the Bible. The Quran do the same thing. You know, cards, rocks. You know, they do the same thing because of what people understand when they're using these things. Burning sage. What it do? How many times you gotta burn the sage so the spirits won't come back? They never tell you that. They just tell you to burn sage. Same thing with going to church and reading the Bible. How much of the Bible I gotta read? How much of the Bible I gotta study? How long I gotta study it? Until I'm set free. See, we don't get that. We just say, do. Well then, how long I gotta do? That's why it's a never-ending work. So we need rest so we can start what? Working to find the truth. You know, God didn't really put us here to work to find the truth. We don't. That's not what we put here for. We supposed to embrace the truth. And when you embrace the truth, you're embracing life. That means you in full circle of it. You're in agreement of it. We going against the grain. The stupidity is astonishing. I would say that too. But the question is, prove you out the matrix. That's the question. Prove you're out the matrix. Talk to me. That's what we up here for. Prove you out the matrix. Jeremiah 1:5, you still believing in this God you don't know. Oh, she talking to him. I was answering the question. So reading from the Bible is not the matrix. Teaching from the Bible is, because you're supposed to fulfill it. So you gotta understand, man. We not religious people, or you know. I guess you just in your feelings. You won't even come up. So just running your chops. Yeah. People say a lot of things about stuff they don't understand. Shit, you read a book to be talking right now. Who informed you about AI, man? Who created AI, man? You know, so I'm out the matrix, man. I know where number one at. Remember, it's no way out without number one. But now everybody Neo. Nobody want to be Morpheus. Nobody want to find the one. Everybody want to be the one. But everybody being the one, don't what? It don't get us nowhere. You see what I'm saying? That don't get us nowhere. Everybody got a role to play. So again, we ain't leaving this system until we find number one. That's basically saying we ain't gonna find God without what? Finding number one. It's the same concept, because we all talking about direction to get out of what? Misdirection. We have been misguided. So it's going to take the true God to put us back on the right track. That's what number 1 is for. Now remember, numbers don't lie. People do. Numbers don't. So you got to start with number 1. So number 1 is how we come out the matrix, y'all. Basically, it's just, that's our law, that's our order, and that's our direction.
No one is saying you need the book.
We said we need number 1. Number 1 is not the book. The book is just the basics to let you know you will have a number 1. And if you ain't with that number 1, you are in deception. If the teachers are not with that 1, they are in deception. That's all the book is, just the basics. So, to prove to us you are out of the matrix, just show us number 1. You know, and we might be able to work together. Show the number 1. It's a metaphor. You know, a metaphor is or allegory is really a false story to make a point. So the Bible is used, you know, false tales to make a point. If I tell you come dive in that water with me, that don't literally mean go dive in some water. If I tell you come on the deep end, that don't literally mean you finna go deep nowhere. So you diving in the water is a false story. But the concept and the meaning and the principle behind it is what we supposed to take. The diving in the water is just it's just the words used to describe the picture, or really to describe the action. That's the difference between how we talk. We talk how we move. That's the spirit, the true spiritual language. Let me take you to Haiti, and I guarantee you'll be calling on Jesus. Nah, I just go out like a man. Well, Haiti ain't no. When people talk about neighborhoods, bro, no neighborhoods is really tough than the other. You both got men that's seeking to survive, and if you hungry, you gonna what? You gonna take. Haiti ain't no different from the ghettos over here in America. It might be your government might be different. So yeah, you might rumble a little different way, but it's the same man.
He's speaking on like voodoo and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought you were talking on like, I won't make it. Oh, so
Yeah, you won't make it because we got spiritual.
bro,
Dark magic.
darkness don't work on those who enlighten. Yeah, darkness don't work on those who enlighten. Oh, I thought you were talking about tough. Yeah, but so you talking about if I go to Haiti, what they gonna be? What they gonna do? Hypnotize me? You know, if Haiti had that, they'll take over the world. If it's that powerful, shit, go show it. It's a whole world. Like if you got that much power spiritually, that's what I'm saying. Why don't present it to the world? Why, man? Haiti is one of the poorest countries on the face of the earth. Why they don't fix their problems with the spirituality? So it must don't do nothing for them. I wouldn't want that kind of spirituality if it don't fix my physical problems. You know, that's like us over here going to church in the ghetto. Praise the Lord, the lights cut off. Praise the Lord, my roof caving in. Like, but it's pointless. Because of the devil, wake up. If I'm saying if that much power isn't hated, the devil will be removed. That mean what? That whatever they practice they doing, it don't work. Because power charge people up. You can't, when you're dealing with, you gotta understand what power does. Power charge people up. So I wouldn't even have to come and hate it because that power will be vibrating over here. Oh, man, that spiritual stuff that they doing and hate it don't work, man. The devil gonna be removed by the power of God, the majesty, the light. The devil is darkness. What happened to light what happened to darkness when light is turned on? It's removed. It's automatically removed. I'm just keep the conversation going. So, again, we asking our people a simple question, y'all. Prove you out the matrix. Prove you out the matrix, y'all.
You know, like I come up.
Prove you out the matrix. That's it. And you invite me to Haiti. Haiti is not a place on my list.
Right.
You know, so we on a mission. So maybe, like I say, I don't really make plans like that. But it has nothing to do with like I said, it's just I got other things I got more to take care of than just taking a trip to Haiti right now. So it has nothing to do with me, really just fearing Haiti or, that won't, We gotta take the inside. You know? So how many of my people out the matrix, y'all? Give me a 1. Cause you know where the 1 at. Give me a 1 cause you know where the 1 at. How many of my people out the matrix, y'all? How many of my people actually found Neo? The Neo light. To accept what God has actually birthed in the earth. When you accept number 1, you accept what God is bringing.
Peace and blessings.
Brother, you born into the matrix. Ain't no such thing as never going in. There's no such thing as not going in. The only way you could have not come in, you had to go back in your mama. If you came out your mama, you came into the matrix. I promise you. If you came out of your mama, you came into the matrix. They say the devil deceived some of the world, part of the world. The devil deceived the whole world. Not some, not part. The whole world, the devil has deceived. So again, you came into this world through your mother's womb, from your father's seed, and guess what? You came straight into the matrix. Now, rather if your parents was trying to teach you not to believe the matrix, but you was a part of the matrix because you couldn't fight it. Because who the battle for? And that's what true understanding what our ancestors did and got us here, and the reason why we here. It's almost like your parents got a house in the project. So where you gonna stay at? You're a child. You can't get no house. So it's almost like our parents, which would be our ancestors, those who came before us, by the things they did, caused us to suffer. So we have to fix the problem. Now, we weren't going to be able to fix this problem until the mechanics show up. You know? So all we had to do was to be aware of the matrix. That's all we could do. Bring awareness. That's what people have been doing. They ain't nobody brought a solution because shit, what? We ain't got out the matrix yet. So people just been bringing awareness. Now we have the solution and Neo. Are you blessed to have the eyes to see? Because again, everybody is born into the matrix. There's no running from it. I think that ain't that's what Morpheus told Neo. Shit, Neo thought he wasn't in the matrix at first on the movie. Neo say, no, I'm not in the matrix. Yes, you is. So until you accept certain things, like, you know, some things are hard to swallow. You know, and some people swallow the wrong things. They think they don't have no, God ain't powerful enough to overthrow the system. So they swallow the lie. They don't swallow the truth, which gives you the power to fight. See, the truth gives you the power to fight. The lie gives you the power to submit. That's the two pills. Some things are hard to swallow. You know, and it's crazy how we understand that allegory, but we fight the Bible allegory. You know, man. You know, so y'all, we got to understand, y'all, that this matrix is real. It's many agents. It's few workers. It's many agents. It's few workers. So we asked this $1 million question because a lot of people, y'all still in the matrix. Just because you teaching on TikTok and Facebook and you think you call yourself awakened, or our favorite thing, I'm in the truth. What truth? That's our favorite saying, I'm in the truth. I'm in the truth. What truth? The truth that removed us out of the matrix? But where it came from? Some people say the truth is everywhere. That's not really, no, the truth of God is not everywhere. It's actually a famine when it comes to hearing the truth. Because the truth got to be heard. Because God is spirit. So, if you worship in spirit and truth, you're not going to see the spirit. You're not going to hear the spirit. You can see and hear the truth, which is the spirit manifests. That's the whole reason God got children. The offspring bring the image of the Father. You know, so, you know, like I say, y'all, these are the things that we are lacking because we don't know what number one at. So we constantly are in this matrix. You know, are worshiping idols, stuck in Egypt, going in circles, wandering in the wilderness, trying to find what? The place of rest. Trying to find what? Home, refugee, pastor. Traveling. As some will say. So the Lord of the Sabbath will be Neo, will be number one. This will be the one that what? Unite the body to defeat all agents. Again, number one unites the body. Neo was just the head. He needed Morpheus. I don't know all the rest of the characters' names. But he needed every character. It was. Just like your head needs your hands to pick up. It needs your feet to stand up. It needs your back and arms, calves to carry the load. The head don't pick nothing up. So this is the body of Christ. That's really what the movie is about. The body of Christ. You know, like I said, there was on Nebuchadnezzar's ship at first. Nebuchadnezzar is the king of Babylon. Like I say, we all was born into this Babel, where people told us stuff that wasn't true. People told us we was all born into it. You couldn't run from it. You know. So once we got out that ship, we got on what? Zion. You know, which was a battleship. Mount Zion, when they was gonna fight. You know, all this is biblical based and prophecy based. So Jeremiah tell us to flee Babylon. We the generation that's got to flee Babylon. We are the generation that has to flee Babylon and get on another ship. The boatman, the ark of the covenant. God's ship. And fight for the truth. That's the matrix. But how we out of that? We ain't even got an army yet. We ain't even got an army. What a ship? What ship do we want people to get up on? Oh man, go over here. Oh man, go over here. Go over here. So what we got? We got all these different ships. All these different relationships with these different gods. So, y'all know what time it is for the real ones, y'all. The harvest is plenty, the workers are few. And another key thing in the matrix, y'all know how everybody didn't plug in. Y'all know that, huh? Everybody ain't plug in that machine. You had a bunch of people on the ship. But everybody played their role because it ain't everybody's job to plug in. It's not. The thing about life is knowing your role. You know, be special in your role. I always say this saying, if your toes got to say, man, look, I ain't been seen enough. I want to be the head. And you woke up and your toes didn't work because it wanted to be the head. Well, you ain't going to be able to walk. Stand up or nothing. Soon as you stand up, you're going to fall over. Because your toes tripping about what? It's position. But your toes are special because every day they're your toes. They special then. Every day your hands is your hands. Your hands don't get mad at being the hands. It just be what? The best hand it can be. So, everything in life has a role. It's called law and order. But when it come to God, like I say, we just vomiting at the mouth. No, it's no order, no ruler stick, no measurement. No ruler stick, no measurement. So if you don't have number one, you don't have order. This is the law, y'all. So until we accept this law and order, which is simplicity, y'all, it's so simple. We won't come out this matrix. We won't. You have a bunch of people babbling about what they came out of and can't show you how. They can just tell you something. People have been talking for years. What have they done? Every time I speak, I got a purpose. Most people can't tell you why they talking. They just gonna tell you about their experiences. I'd rather talk about my experiences. I come on here and give direction on what we have to do, why we have to do it. The when, the why, and the where. I just find many different ways to bring it. But everybody else come on here and tell you about their experiences that's not going to do nothing for us. Your experiences are for yourself. That's what your experiences are for, yourself. Your lessons, your understanding, your growth, your sharpening. But everybody picked up God's word, God will, and talked about their experiences. And that's not what that book was for. So they become prophets of Babylon. Because they speaking to call what? To their own vain imagination. I'm not imagining nothing. I'm telling you what I'm doing. So this is what you gotta understand, y'all. This is really not about experiences. This is about law, order, positions, government, righteousness. Law, order, positions, government. Nothing else. You know, that's why I get rid of your bread with yeast, because this solid. We ain't puffed up. This solid. Solid as a rock. See, when it's puffed up, it look like it's solid, but as soon as you touch it, it's light as a feather. Yo, go get bread with yeast and go get bread without yeast. The bread with yeast gonna be longer, gonna look bigger, but it's gonna be light as a feather. So it's a stunner. But the solid bread, it's gonna look smaller, but it's gonna be much heavier. It's solid without yeast. That's what the truth and the lie is. The lie got some truth. Sound good, look good. But when you really put your hands on what you have indulged yourself in, you're going to see how light it is. You'd be like, damn, man, this truth is so strong. The truth is so solid. King Money, you came up the last time.
Peace, peace.
You hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, what's up?
Peace.
Peace, brother. I got a question for you, right?
Go ahead.
So, is the people in America, are they the original Israelites?
Are the people in America the original Israelites?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say, because, you know, the original people have been scattered all over the world, so I just can't say the people in America now. But you do have a handful of us, you know, here in America. But even the Bible let us know we have been scattered.
Because, okay, so you say, so those people came from Africa, you would say?
Correct.
Ancient, modern day Africa or ancient Africa?
What you mean, modern or ancient? I don't understand what you say when you say that.
I mean, like, because most people, like, to me, most of the ancestors back in ancient time never really call themselves Africans. But modern day people call themselves Africans.
Well, yeah, because, you know, our information wasn't passed down from our ancestors, so we can only accept the information that was passed down to us. So, you know, we didn't call ourselves that, but we did come from that continent.
Yeah, that's okay. Because I have a lot of evidence that shows that the people in that in the Americas are actually the same connection with Egyptians.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Egyptian is a made up history from the Roman Catholic Church. Any true African know Egypt is really speaking of Kemet and Kush, which is Ethiopia, because it means idol worship. So the people that indulge in idol worship, even the scriptures let us know it was the priest. The Aaron, which represents the priest, they created the golden calf. So that's the Egyptology that, you know, we should be really talking about. It's not really historical reference of Egypt. You know, all this was created by the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah, because for example, right? Here's a prime example that I see the ties between the Americas and the ancient Africans. The Sphinx, right? Specks, if you look at the Specks, you could tell there was such thing as a flood. A flood did happen at some point. A flood did happen. There's no doubt about it. But the Specks, if you see around the Specks, it has like brick design all around the Specks. Right? So I'm gonna show you a design that's in Belize right now, with the same design of the Sphinx as how the brick was laid out. If you could show me, if you can put me up a bigger screen, I can show you to you.
I don't know how to do that. How you
I don't know how to do that either. I think that's right.
I think you gotta take it off.
I just did that. That's how it is normally.
That right there, it is a face that's in Belize.
That's in Belize?
That's in Belize. But I want to show you the brick on top. The brick on top is just like the Specks, or the brick shape in this Asian Specks. The same lining of the bricks. But this is in Belize, and as you can see, that's an if people call it black African Negro, I don't know what you want to call it, but that's a face of a Negro man.
Okay.
So the thing I have to tie it in like that. The Egyptians or the ancient Egyptians. Okay, this is in Belize. This right now is a major structure, but I just minimize it just to show you this face. That's the face of African American or whatever they want to say, right? And the top there, you can see the brick, the lining of the brick.
Yeah, I see it.
But that line of the brick is the same lining of the brick that's on the Sphinx that's in Egypt.
Okay. Well, like I say, man, we know we're scattered people, so we know we have been many places. We were skilled, you know. So like I say, man, you know, our artifacts or our markings, you know, will be a lot of places.
Yeah.
You know? And
that's why I'm trying to put it. When the flood happened in Egypt, people fled from Egypt, came to the Americas, and built this new kingdom. And some people fled in from persecution, came over in the New World. Because they even told you, man, the New World. America's is the New World. Yeah, that's my opinion, man. But that's how I just wanted to show you. That's why in Belize, that's what it looks like over there.
okay, Belize.
Sir.
I was supposed to go there too for a little while.
You should, man. You're gonna like that structure right here, because it's a mega structure. I just minimize it just to show you the picture of the face, but that structure is a mega structure. Mega.
Okay. All right.
I can show you a piece of audio.
You know, and sometimes when we talk about the flood, man, the flood of information is what the scriptures is referring to. The scriptures is not referring to a literal flood, as floods happen today. You know, like New Orleans flooded when the levees, they say they blew them up or whatever, the levees broke. New Orleans flooded. You know, so floods always happen. But when it comes to the Bible flood, right now we are being flooded with lies, and we drowning in information. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same kind of.
Look for the evidence. You know, I'm not trying to jump to conclusion. I'm just trying to figure out what is. So it might take me a couple more years to figure it out, but I'm just seeing the similarity between the Americas and Egypt. There's a lot of similarity. I don't want to know why. That's the I'm just trying to decipher that.
So yeah, say the question. Hold up, but somebody asked me a question on YouTube. You have to send me a message. Yeah, you got to peace. You just send me a message on my Facebook, Yaju Judah. I'm talking to somebody else on another platform. So just send me a message and we'll pick up a time. You know, we got a brother man in London too, so hopefully, you know, we can link up. So what your question is?
Something about
The
Egypt.
reason why I say a flood didn't happen in Egypt, right? What I know and what I see now, what I read in history is like they discovered the pyramid before they discovered the Sphinx, especially the bottom of the Sphinx. And when they get to the bottom of the Sphinx, they see remnant of water. So that I don't know, but it was covered up to the neck.
Well, like I said, when did they find these things?
We don't see.
I don't know when they. I gotta go recheck, but they found the head was showing. They discovered the pyramid, but the head was showing, and then after when they dig down deeper, they realize it also has a body, and that body has the same type of brick that's in the same stuff I just showed you.
Okay. You know, like I say, I just want to know when they found those things. You know, better be the $1 million question, because it's a lot of false history out here. It's a lot of things that have been added to history that's actually made for the future. That's another thing, because these people control information, so that they have put things that was gonna actually happen in the future that really dealt with God's prophecy and deceived us with it by putting it in history. You know, and they got us talking about things that's not real.
Yeah, like majority of those mummies that they're coming up with, those mummies was placed there for these times.
Correct, because the mummy is the uncovering of the dead bodies that been in their tombs. Because the Bible speaks of what? The voice that's gonna help us come out of our graves and be and really be revealed. You know, that's really what the mummy is supposed to be about. But they took mummies and made it Hollywood.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just so much they have taken from prophecy writings or prophetic writings and created Hollywood movies, you know, that really put vain imaginations on our people.
Yeah, exactly. To put themselves into the narrative, to fit the narrative, basically that they're part of the prophecy. Because a lot of those mummies came from the Persians and the Greeks. They used to take up this. The mummifying was like a religion for them.
Okay. Yeah, you know, praise the dead, worship the dead.
Yeah. So they used to mummify themselves, trying to be like the ancient people that used to live on the land. And it wasn't working, but they make sure they put themselves there for when anyone go and dig up a pyramid, they'll say, "Oh, here you go. See, Greek was here a long time ago. Persian was here a long time ago. Look, we're discovering all these stuff."
Yeah.
But I'm 100% sure the people like, I don't know how to put it, the black people, I don't know whatever way to put it, but there are such called people that the chosen peoples that have to lead the line. And whosoever is going to rise up to say they're that one, we should take not take a years. Let's listen for a minute. And you say that you're that one, so I'm trying to, every day I come in and listen more and more, see if you're leading us in the right way or no.
Okay. Peace. Yeah, man. You know, like I said, right now we've been informed with a lot of things. I think we really just gotta understand that it's the leaders that must come together. I think that's something that we don't really focus on, uniting leaders rather than just people. You know, a lot of people want to talk to everybody and not just get with other leaders. That's what we are actually doing. You know, we are actually calling out for other leaders, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
to come forth and help our people come into this one mind frame, you know, this one direction, this one God, this one truth. And from there, our different talents gonna build our new kingdom.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
you know, because you know it's a lot of information out here, man, what people are getting into, and it's actually causing red lights. Because we are even the scriptures say studying can be weary for the soul.
Yeah.
You know, but getting the job done can make the soul happy. You know, so when people really see the work and the movement, you know, it'll get more people happy, you know, and get more people in tune with what it truly really means to build a new nation.
There's definitely an awakening going on. That's what you said. There's a new nation, but there's definitely a wake going on because, as I told you, I saw your platform from Haile Selassie, and I said, you know what, probably this guy has something going on. You know, I probably know something going on because, per se, I'm not saying, because I don't say Haile Selassie is God. It never been be my discussion, but for sure, but we might have two different opinions there, but for sure, this man came and did something that we as a human, we must take a look into it and see what really transpired between him and Mussolini. Because if it wasn't for that man, we'd have been in so much suppression right now. We'd have been far out of reach. Right? For example, I was watching a video last night, and all this war that started between Mussolini and him was over a treaty.
Was over what?
Over a treaty.
Oh, a treaty. Oh, a treaty. Yeah.
A treaty.
Yeah.
Over a treaty, say he's not going to invade and take over their land. And Mussolini turned around and said, no. First, Mussolini said, we have a treaty and you must respect this treaty. And Haile Selassie turned to him and said to him that who says I have to respect a treaty? A treaty is just a piece of paper.
Yeah, it was, but a treaty is agreements that men have made with their mouths. It's a piece of paper.
And
you
most
know,
of the problem in the world right now is because of treaty. Most of the problem we're encountering right now is because of people signing bad treaty deals or just treaty deals overall. That's the mess we're in right now.
I agree. That's something right here. I'm trying to let you up.
Yeah, brother.
So I agree, brother, man. You know, it's just like I said. If you have evil intentions, these treaties won't go. But these treaties are just written agreements. So when stuff happens, you can have the agreement on paper. You know, but at the end of the day, it's all about what's inside the leaders that's making these treaties. You know, the paper is just that it's almost like a recording or evidence, but it's actually what's inside the individual's heart at the time they're making this treaty. That's what the war was about. You know, and at the end of the day, we know.
Like most of the thing happening right now. Look, the Europeans came over, signed a deal with the Indians, a treaty deal again. The European went to Africa, signed fake treaties, and steal their land. It's always treaty. So somebody got to stand up to it, and that's where I think Haile Selassie came in. I think he actually sacrificed. He sacrificed something for the people, for the better of the people. Not only for himself, but for the better of the people. And that was the only way.
Okay. You know, man, I don't take away from Haile Selassie good works. I think, in this world, man, in certain positions until everything is revealed, gonna have bad and good works. Now the thing about it, did he know it was bad? That would be the $1 million question. Did he actually know what he was actually doing? And a lot of times back then they didn't. So You know, I don't take away from the good things Haile Selassie did. That's just like I don't glorify some of the bad things I might thought he did. You know,
Yeah.
I just more bring awareness to the truth and really try to help people not to look at something the way they look at. Because we got some people praising Haile Selassie as Christ when he never carried that title. So why would you give it to him to make him Christ or make him something other than what he was? Now, you wanna label him as a great man? I take my hat off. You wanna follow his teachings? You know,
wasn't even from David lineage.
huh?
Haile Selassie wasn't even from David lineage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, like I said, we can say those things too. I don't argue that. You know.
But yeah, exactly. But that's all I'm saying. He did a great work, but I would never put him in the category as God or the Savior or whatnot. But
Yeah,
pertaining to doing some stuff that he signed into deal, like first Ethiopia never have any airline flying to Ethiopia, and he did that. Yeah, like he modernized Ethiopia more than what they were before he actually came into power, and that's all I say. I think he did a good job to that. Pertaining to the bad shit, I mean that's his business. But pertaining to advancing Africa to a degree where the people is more awake or more consciousness awake, I think he did that part. But and the bad part of it, where analyze people or whatnot he do with his power, because man always get power and then take the power and use it for the wrong advantage, and that's what I think he did.
Well, really, man, I think at the time that's why you have the uncrowned emperor. The uncrowned emperor at that time did not want to take the seat because he didn't want to be controlled. By the time Haile Selassie got on the seat, it was a lot of control going on with that seat. So a lot of stuff Haile Selassie didn't have total control like people think. And that's why at that time you do have an uncrowned emperor. Because he wasn't going to be controlled. You know, and that's why he didn't take the seat. And that's a lot of untold stories about Haile Selassie being crowned at that time and all the stuff that was going on at that time at the crowning. You know.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned to you. I based on my research, I don't think he's some David lineage. So as we said, there was an uncrowned person. So that uncrowned person was probably the real David lineage.
You know, yeah, we know, like I say, that's we can argue that, because sometimes I question his father because from what the research is, his father was dark skinned and they got his mother dark skinned. I don't know what happened, so like I say, man, it's a lot of questions that goes around it, man. It's in the past. Like I say, I just try to speak on things that help people look at stuff the right way, and not take too much from people. That's what I have learned. So if you want to consider Haile Selassie as a great man and dozed and whatever, I give you that. But just understand, he can't do nothing for us now. He's gone. He did what he did. Now we must move on with what we have to do.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's the only thing I said. I think it's just consciousness awakens. Know where consciousness awake. Know it's time to move on and do what we got to do. Because now we're awake, so we got to do what we got to do now.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And where we go from now, from where, I'm just trying to figure it out by listening to what people say on the TikTok and trying to do my own research, my own time, and trying to figure it out. But
that's what we got to do at the end of the day, brother. That's like I tell people, man, to have a revolution, you got to have a plan. You can't have a revolution without a plan. There's no way. You might well quit even being a revolutionary. So the first step is to have a plan. Now, do you find someone with a plan? Do you create a plan? Is there a plan already? And from this plan has to have order, and it have to have laws.
One of my initial plan was, because, as I said, look and I learn from all the leaders and whoever whatnot. My initial plan was, since we can't fight these people with bullets and guns, we have to find a way how to do it diplomatical way, which is spiritual and the network. That's the only thing we got right now.
You got our mouth. Our mouth is the most powerful weapon on this earth. You don't run out of ammo.
Yeah.
You don't run out of ammo when you have the truth. That's why once the gospel is preached, the end will come. But this gospel is the plan, the law, and the order. The true gospel is the true plan, it's the true law, and it's the true order. And it's coming from the lips of those who are accepting God's spirit.
So let me ask you a question. What's your definition of true order?
True order? Just like you count. You can't skip 2. You can't get the 2 and skip 1. So right now we got 12 people. It wouldn't be 12 without 1. 1 come before all numbers.
So you say we got to first take the first step.
Yeah, and that's finding the firstborn of God, because the whole prophecy was God's spirit was gonna bring forth a firstborn. This will be the number 1. This will be the head. This will be the Christ. And all the people that believe in God, God will make it known to you who this person is, if you believe in God, because there's nothing this person can do to make you believe. If you believe in God, then God will make it known to you who this individual is, and you accept God's order.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? If you park your car 2 blocks down the house and they steal it, and you get back a new car, are you gonna park it the same place again for them to steal it?
Well, the only way you do that, you're gonna have to have it more secure where they can't steal it. Or in your mind, you're gonna have to think it's secure where they can't break it in this time. That's the only way you'll park it there. If you do that, you'll be a fool.
There you go. So you think it'd be right, because according to all these books and all these laws and what that they write about all these world, it's like anytime someone comes with this prophecy, their job is to honor this person.
Well, no.
The CIA already set up a whole group to analyze this person.
Well, if the CIA is Central Intelligence, and the CIA, see, the thing about idolizing is not what we think. Like, the president is not idolized, really. The president is just...
Unalive mean like gone off the planet Earth, dead, gone. Unalive. No longer on the earth. You gone. You heard?
Oh, that's why I say, but you can't kill God, because God is spirit. Like God never been killed. But God just never been manifested, because God was going to choose a chosen generation. Like, if one person manifests God, we see that in the prophets. It done no good, because what? The people didn't listen. So, like I tell you, it say God went somewhere and hid until what? The generation was ready to accept God. You know, but God never died. You know, it was just a manifestation of the righteousness, the power, the majesty had to be removed until the evil generation get killed off. This is also written in scripture. Then God gonna come to the generation that's gonna accept God. And that's why this is the generation of Emmanuel. God is with us. God not in the sky. God is actually with us. You know, and that's what the whole prophecy is about.
And you're 100% right. This is why I asked you again. The CIA actually has a project on this called the Astronaut Project China, something like that they call it.
Yeah.
They have a project on this going on. Like they know that there's going to be a time when thing like this is going to happen, and they already set up a whole defense force for this. What do you do with that?
Well, that's actually what Christ's fighting right now. The intelligence of rappers, entertainers, like the CIA create rappers.
The intelligence of rappers.
You know, so I got an echo. I got a bad echo. I don't know. He's talking about COINTELPRO. So if Christ has to be heard, but if all we listening to is rappers, if Christ got a song, but all we listen to is rapper song, then it's the fight right here. Christ fighting to be heard. But Christ must be heard because this is the gospel for our freedom, liberty, and justice. But you got to fight all, and then I was talking about the other day. Why you think somebody get paid $100 million for a beat? Just think about it. You hit some keys and you got $100 million. What kind of beat that is? 100 million? Come on, man. That beat. It like I say, but you got to think what this beat does. You know, so all these frequencies, man, all this music, studios, all this stuff is ran by the CIA. All this is a part of COINTELPRO.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I have to take a phone call. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. You know.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? If they're doing a whole project about this, so I'm saying like they know and everybody knows that, you know what I mean, something like this is the magnitude of the awakening is gonna happen.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the fight is going on right now, but that's what's gonna make everybody understand God is real. That's the whole thing about the Israel. God is real because of what? Gotta put it in the house. It's getting hot anyway. So that's what we were saying, y'all. It's getting a little hot. These phones getting overheated. When Pooh get out, we can roll in. That just meet us there.
Yeah, it's frozen.
But yeah, y'all hit the website up, y'all nation. Just hit the website up, man. That's what we're here for.
TikTok frozen.
Yeah, I know. I'm YouTube. So yeah, y'all, we about nation building, man. We not just social media streamers. This is real life. We got real life movement on the ground. We got petitions on board. You know, we got feet on ground. You know, right now we actually have a movement to restore a nation. We're not building what you call a religion. A lot of people think, you know, just because you talk about Christ or the Bible, you're religious. We're not religious at all. I don't even know what religion even look like. I don't even know how to set up religion. I know how to build. I'm good at with my hands. You know, so I put my all into it. You know, so understand what's going on, understand what's at hand, and understand what's about to take place. You know, a lot of people have took what we was doing for granted. You know, took it with a grain of salt. So again, y'all, go on y'alljudah.com. Check out the petition. Check out what we're doing. Send us a message. You know, get with us, meet up with us. It's crazy how people don't even want to build a nation right now, y'all. You know, we rather backstab one another than build a nation. Yeah. I mean, I've been sent. Like right now, I've been sent. I know where a lot of people heart at, and it's not with God. A lot of people just worship God with their mouth. They're not really with God. I'm not with God, man. food get out, we'll be ready to roll. Got the water. Every time I walk back in here, I forgot. You can bring that tray too. So any more questions, y'all? I know TikTok kind of ran out. That's kind of what the conversation was at. But so any questions, y'all? Any questions? Any questions? Well, God hid His spirit from mankind. God don't hide. God just hid His spirit because man wasn't worthy to what inhabited. Man always rejected it. You know, so it was hidden to a particular time. Now, God is back to be revealed to the world. The true direction for mankind. And not this direction that we follow with all these religions. All this idol worship. Well, y'all, you know, I just let my phone charge. So we're gonna end this live, y'all. Y'all had an hour of footage. Peace. I'm cool off anyway.